Today is Friday, February 26th. Back on this day in history, in 1863, President Abraham Lincoln establishes the National Currency Act, establishing a single national currency. The 15th Amendment, giving black people the right to vote, is passed in 1869. In 1907, the United States Congress raises their own annual salaries to $7,500, which is over $201,000 in today's money. The first red and green traffic lights were installed in Manhattan, New York in 1930. The 22nd Amendment is ratified in 1951, limiting the number of times a president can be elected to 2 consecutive 4-year terms. In 1952, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill announces that Great Britain has its own atomic bomb. The United States disallows race separation on public transportation in 1962. The first flight of a space shuttle atop a Boeing 747 took place in 1977. A truck bomb in the basement garage of the North World Trade Center tower explodes, killing 6 people and injuring over 1,000. Born on this date were Pauline Musters, the world's shortest woman with a height of 24 inches, William Frederick Cody, better known as Western Showman Buffalo Bill, and here's a name that is familiar to all, the inventor of popular blue jeans, Levi Strauss, was also born on this day. All this happened on this day in history, February 26th.
In 3, 2, 1.
The 2020-2021 yearbook sales begin Monday, March 1st. Cost is $40 and order forms may be picked up in the high school office or from Mrs. A. This has been an unprecedented year, so get your yearbook to remember it. I almost said it wrong again. I know.
Good morning, good afternoon. Mr. Lynch here with another Freaky Friday coming your way. I'm ready for some of the snow to get out of this way, get back to spring, aren't you guys? We missed a lot of school, so maybe these Freaky Fridays will help you enjoy some of the school type activities that we're trying to get you interested in, specifically science. This particular demonstration is all about surface tension and doing something that maybe you've seen before. One is, and I think you're going to be able to notice it pretty easily, I'm going to take some water from the bowl here and add it to my jar continuously without it spilling over and see how high we can get it up. Now that's the second thing I want to do. The first thing I want to do is show you that I think it's possible to take a metal paper clip. Now I'm going to drop it in the water and you watch what happens, okay? It really did. It just sank right to the bottom. Can I get a tissue? It just sank. It's heavier than water. However, if we're really careful, and you might have done this before, I like this experiment or this demonstration. If I take a little extra help in holding the paper clip, and you have to do this very carefully and very softly, watch the paper clip. There's an epic fail. Told you have to do it very carefully, didn't I? Let me get the paper clip dried off so we don't have to do a take 2. Take the paper clip, hold it carefully on like a piece of wire, and we're going to slowly set the paper clip down in the water. Can you see that? Before, I took the paper clip and dropped it in the water, and it just sank right to the bottom. I actually got the paper clip to float on the top of the water. And if you're really good, you can actually see a little bit of an indentation on the extra top part, extra layer of the water. That's called surface tension, and it allows the paper clip not to sink into the bottom. The other fun thing I like to try and do is I like to add bits of water to the top of this, maybe as much as I can. Get a bigger teaspoon. And we won't flow it over, okay? We're going to get it really, really, really close. Do you think it's possible that we can put water in here and not spill it over the edge? I don't know if you can see it or not. The bubbling up of the water is actually going to go higher than the lip of that jar. I can see it from here. I'm not sure you guys can. And the fun thing is to try to add as much water as you can without it dripping over the top. It's bubbled up pretty good. I'm going to push my limits. Surface tension of water. Oh my goodness. That is really interesting. We got that water bubbled up right over the top edge of that jar, all because water has what they call surface tension. I floated a paper clip, and that shouldn't happen because paper clips are made of metal, and we all know that metal is heavier than water. It should have just sank, but it didn't. It floated on top because of surface tension. And we got the water on the top of the jar to bubble up and over the top of the jar because of surface tension. Now you know a little bit more about surface tension and being able to float an object more dense than water because of surface tension. Listen, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next week.